Over the last few years, MrBeast has given away so much money, like millions and millions of dollars. But I don't think anyone's ever done a video showing what happens after you win a load of money from MrBeast. Do you just walk off set with your briefcase full of $100,000? Or is it slightly more complicated than that? Well, I just so happen to have won $100,000 from MrBeast recently, so I have some experience in this area. So in this video, I will go over everything that happened once I received this tweet saying that I'd won $100,000. I'll also give you an update on my total earnings after taxes and expenses. And I have a big surprise for one of my friends as well. By the way, guys, before I move on, please do check you are subscribed if you like these videos, because I really want to get to 2 million subscribers this year. So anyway, Jack wins $100,000. If you don't know how I won $100,000, then you have some catching up to do. Check out my other videos. But I received this tweet from the MrBeast with his 11.2 million followers, and he says, "Congratulations, message me where to send the $100,000, winky face." So of course, at that point, after receiving that notification, I, quite promptly I may add, messaged him where to send the $100,000, winky face. Then at that point, Jimmy passed me on to his accounting team. Now, Jimmy's accounting team, which I will add, comprises of a couple of people, including Jimmy's mom, smiley face, which is the cutest thing ever. They basically gave me a bunch of boring forms to fill in. That included this lovely thing, a W-A-Ben-E, which is a certificate of status of beneficial owner for United States tax withholding and reporting. Basically, I think I had to fill this in because I'm not in the US, whereas MrBeast's company is in the US, so taxes and stuff are a bit more complicated when money's being sent about overseas. So this form, as you can see, is quite long, so I had to get my accountant to fill it in. After that form was filled in, I was given another form where I just had to put like my bank account info and all those sort of things. I also want to mention that the like 3 people that I spoke to, they were all really excited for me. Congratulations on your win. Congratulations again on your $100,000. So this was all very, very exciting. And then after that, I was given a contract to fill in. Now, I don't think this is the case for everyone that wins money from MrBeast, but it was definitely the case for me in my specific circumstances. Because basically, the accounting team decided that having an actual like contract written down would really help the tax people in America and the tax people in the UK understand exactly why I've been sent this huge sum of money. Look how mental this contract sounds. The term of this agreement begins September 3rd, 2020, which by the way is the exact day of the first Don't Subscribe video that I released, as you can see. And it continues until either party provides notice or termination to the other party, or contractor obtains 1 million new subscribers for a YouTube channel. This agreement shall not be terminated in bad faith by MrBeast to avoid paying compensation pursuant to the terms of this agreement. It's all so fancy. Contractor, which is me by the way, shall be responsible for furnishing its own tools, equipment, general work materials, and office space in carrying out these services. Contractor shall pay all expenses it incurs completing the services. So that's a lot less intense than it sounds. It basically means stuff like, when I purchased that billboard to promote the Don't Subscribe challenge, I can't send MrBeast an invoice to pay for that billboard on top of the $100,000. I pay for everything myself, and at the end I get $100,000, which obviously is what makes more sense in these circumstances. Look at this though. Payment for services. Contractors shall be paid $100,000 upon obtaining 1 million subscribers as set out in section 2. Oh my god. How is this real, by the way? How did I end up in this situation? And that's basically the entirety of the contract. It's quite a simple, straightforward thing written up to protect both parties from like a tax perspective. Now you can see that this contract has been written from a tax point of view of basically I've been commissioned to do some work for this YouTube channel. So obviously I have to pay tax on this income. I will admit when the challenge was first announced, I did message my accountant just to see if maybe it could be counted as like gambling winnings because you don't pay taxes on gambling winnings. But my accountant very quickly shot that down and explained how this is definitely not seen as lottery or gambling winnings. But you know, it was worth an email, wasn't it? Just to see. Just, you never know. So I do have to pay tax on this. Now, there are circumstances apparently where MrBeast does give you basically extra money in order to account for taxes. However, there is a massive difference between a low-income pizza delivery driver randomly winning $100,000 or like a house or something, and then me, an established YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers, who's made a load of monetized videos promoting this challenge. I think it's fair that I pay the taxes on this one myself, because MrBeast really has done enough already. But anyway, I signed all of the forms that MrBeast's accounting team sent me, and a few days later, I received directly into my bank account $100,000! Well, actually, technically, it was £71,445.54 because it had to be converted from dollars into pounds. But that still equates roughly $100,000! But yes, seeing such a huge amount of money go straight into my bank account like that was an incredibly surreal moment, and it was just such a nice thing to see after all of the work that we've put in over the last 12 months. So I'm going to throw a lot of numbers at you here because we've got all of the like final finance stuff to go through. In the previous video, we added up all of the expenses of this series, so that's things like the billboard, buying hair dye, wrapping my car pink. We worked out that in total that cost $11,709.99. Since then, I've spent a further $467 on all of the balloons and celebratory stuff that me and Becky got when the channel actually ticked over 1 million subscribers, and also a few accounting fees and that sort of stuff. I bought my friend MiniMuka something, which I'm about to reveal in a second. That was $125. So as of right now, that comes to $12,176.99 worth of expenses. Then all we need to do is add a casual $20,000 because that is how much I promised I'd give to charity, which by the way I've started doing. Here's a little table of like where the money's gone so far. Basically, I plan to spend about $1,000 a month anytime there's like something that seems like it's worth donating to. And I don't want to promise anything, but I'm hoping I'll be in the position to kind of keep those donations going even after the initial $20,000 has been spent. But anyway, that all adds up to $32,176.99, which taken away from the $100,000 is $67,823.01. However, I do have to pay about 19% corporation tax on that, which means our end value at the end of this challenge is $54,936, which then converts to £39,826.13, which is an absolutely amazing sum of money to be left over with, particularly when you consider that I've also like earned ad revenue from all of the videos in the series, and like a couple of them were sponsored as well. So this was just an incredible opportunity, and I just cannot believe that it's an actual thing that happened. So thank you, MrBeast, and thank you to all 1 million of you that clicked that subscribe button. Well, technically it's probably like all 800,000 of you, because I know a load of you made like second and third accounts just to help me out a little bit extra. But anyway, at the beginning of this video I did mention I had a surprise for my friend MiniMuka, and that is because if you remember all the way at the start of this series in September last year, I promised that if the channel got to 1 million, I'd give my friend MiniMuka $2,000. And that is because in 2018, Mini actually featured in a MrBeast donating to Twitch streamers video, and he ended up losing out on $2,000. So I wanted to rectify that and give him the money that he lost out on. However, I'm not just gonna hand it over. Of course, I'm turning it into a little challenge. So I got a lot of pieces of paper, and as you can see, I wrote down various things on them. I then rolled up those pieces of paper and put them in this cup. If you saw what's on those pieces of paper, you can probably work out what I ended up doing, but I'll leave that to Living Room Jack to explain what's going on, because Mini did pop around our house the other day. So let's cut to that and see what happened. Alright, MiniMuka, as you know, 1 year ago, promised you $2,000 if Don't Subscribe got to 1 million subscribers.
You did.
And now, sticking to my promise, MiniMuka, I present you with $2,000.
Wow. You love to see it.
There you go.
Size of it. Alright.
You enjoy. They put it in pounds, so I do have to give you slightly more money now.
That's like 400 quid.
But I can't win them all.
you like that, don't you? Hey, I've got to go on the train.
Yep. So you take that in, cash it in the bank, and you.
I've got to go on the train with this.
But guess what? It's not that simple. Oh, with that. Inside this cup, it's a bunch of different pieces of paper. Oh.
You're making me proper like feel weird, and I'm proper worried what's going on here.
If you grab this piece of paper, for example, I'll send the $2,000 via bank transfer right now. But if you grab this one, I send you £200 a day until it is paid off. This one, £100 a day, £50 a day.
Oh my god.
£10 a day, £1 a day, 1p a day for the next 547 years until the £2,000 debt is paid off. They're all in here.
I hate that.
It could be any. You have kind of good odds because most of them are like £100, £50, but the 1p and the £1 are in there.
Oh my god.
£1 a day would take 5.4 years.
Okay. So I reckon if I pick the 1 pence, we leave this here. Because I'll be dead by the time I get it.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I want you to get one of the higher ones because it's a nightmare for my accountant at the same time.
Yeah, well, you're paying the tax, not me.
So, you ready for this? Becky, you can validate that you literally just can't see, you're just going to grab one
I'm
blind.
looking through every one of these after we're finished.
That's fine, that's totally fine. Please get something reasonable.
Do you think I want 1 pence a day? I ate this.
Alright, you've got one shot at it. You could get it all right now.
Let's give it a mix.
Yeah, give it a little run, son. Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
It feels big.
Oh
Feels
my
long.
god.
So what's that mean?
100, that's good.
That's a good sign. Read it out, what's it say? What does it say?
It's 1p.
What? Oh no! You got the worst one out of like 10.
Well,
That's one.
you can't win them all, can you? You cannot win them all.
Oh, my account's gonna hit me. How did you pick the 1p one?
I proper mixed it.
Oh, for God's sake.
Well,
I'll take this away
you take it, mate.
and I'll get the stunts in order, so.
You send that back to the bank.
Yeah, thanks a lot, mate. Brilliant. Fantastic.
Well, what now?
Oh my God. Why? I gave him such good odds of getting like something decent. Why, man? So that was about 6 days ago now, and I've sent him 6p via my bank every day. So because he will potentially die of old age before even half of it is paid off, I reckon we maybe give him another chance at the cup in like a couple of months' time. What do you think? But anyway, on that note, I'm going to end off this video. That's a little bit of a behind the scenes of what actually happens when you win money from the MrBeast. Hopefully you did find it interesting. If you did, click that subscribe button. I'll be releasing one last video on the Don't Subscribe challenge, and that will be all about the Don't Subscribe play buttons because we've got some juicy stuff going on. So that'll be out in a week or two. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.